हेलो नमस्कार जय हिंद दोस्तों आई एम डॉक्टर आशीष शाह with समन्वय briefings. Covert Gulf operation in the 2026 Iran war. The geopolitical landscape of the Persian Gulf underwent a historic seismic shift in the spring of 2026. Most of the people don't know about this. Most of the media have not covered this except when this was revealed by Wall Street Journal a few days back. Now, here is what happened. Following the escalation of the US Israeli campaign against Iran, also referred as Roaring Lion and Epic Fury, the United Arab Emirates and Saudi Arabia shattered decades of reliance on strategic ambiguity and passive defense. Historically, Gulf monarchies preferred managing regional threats via financial diplomacy, proxy networks, and Western security umbrellas. However, after enduring an unprecedented bombardment of over 2,800 Iranian missiles and drones targeting vital infrastructure, airports, and commercial hubs, Abu Dhabi and Riyadh said enough is enough and initiated highly classified direct offensive operations inside sovereign Iranian territory. Right? You heard it right. Sovereign Iranian territory. The apex of this covert escalation occurred in early April 2026, precisely as international actors attempted to broker a fragile regional ceasefire. Deploying its advanced Western equipped air force, including French Mirage 2000 and F 16 fighter jets, the UAE executed a precision airstrike on Iran's critical energy infrastructure on Lawan Island, positioned strategically near the highly volatile Strait of Hormuz. Lawan Island serves as a primary processing hub for Iran's offshore oil fields. The covert Emirati strikes triggered an immense blaze at the island's oil refinery, instantly crippling a vital economic artery that processes roughly 60,000 barrels of crude per day and knocking out production for several months. Simultaneously, Saudi Arabia conducted parallel operations in late March to signal that further escalation by Tehran would expand the conflict deep into the Iranian mainland. While Washington quietly welcomed the offshore offensive participation of its Gulf allies, the operation carries immense structural risk. Despite public silence and tactical ambiguity from Abu Dhabi, a landmark exposed by the Wall Street Journal stripped away the veil of secrecy. Iran immediately designated the refinery restrictions as an overt act of aggression, responding with retaliatory missiles barrages against both the UAE and Kuwait. These operations mark the dawn of a new Middle East where Gulf nations act as autonomous offensive military powers. By transitioning from regional finances to direct combatants, the UAE and Saudi Arabia have fundamentally rewritten the rules of engagement in the Gulf, locking the region into an intense direct escalatory cycle with Tehran. So the picture was very much written on the wall, and that was the reason why Prime Minister Modi has called for austerity in both purchasing of gold as well as and travel in pool or to use metros and other austerity measures, because he knew that this war is going to escalate, and therefore India has to be very alert on using its energy and resources, and also the depreciating rupee was also a cause of concern. And he was right, because this has led to escalation, as we hear that attack on nuclear power plant in UAE has been launched by Iran, as can be seen in this post. The Barak nuclear power plant in UAE's Al Dhafra region came under a drone attack. A fire broke out in the electrical generator outside the inner perimeter of the power plant, the Abu Dhabi media has said. Now, this is a very big escalation point where anything can happen from now on. But before this UAE and Saudi Arab attacked Iran, Iran has already launched major offensives against these Gulf countries, which can be seen in this slide. There was unprecedented 2,800 drones on select targets, and UAE air defenses engaged 438 ballistic missiles and over 2,000 UAVs. Besides, massive disruption forced Abu Dhabi to abandon defensive containment, which led UAE and Saudi to launch an offensive attack on Iran's major oil refinery hub known as the Lavan Island refinery. Now, this Lavan oil field is no ordinary oil field. It is Iran's 10th largest refinery. It's adjacent to the state of Hormuz, from where international shipping takes place, and it was disabled for several, and it will be disabled for several months. Now, all these incidents can be classified under five levels, and the latest attack on UAE's nuclear power station can be level 6, as can be seen in the figure. These six levels of escalation will definitely have geopolitical long term fallout, and there will be a new Middle East. So, Gulf states are now permanent offensive military actors in regional conflict, and strategically the ambiguity is now almost dead. So, no more proxy, only doctrine will be there. Direct kinetic engagements will be the new normal, and historical deterrence threshold is also gone. This again will lead to traditional Western security guarantees are transforming into what we can say as active offensive regional military alliances. So this will have major geopolitical escalations. The US-Israel Gulf Ministerial Pact will be strengthened. NATO-style mutual action emerging will take place, and defense procurement by the Middle East countries will surge. There will be also major economic warfare and impact, because 20% of the global oil goes through this route, or what you say, from the state of Hormuz, and there will be, you can say, a reduction of 20% or almost 20% oil in the world markets. The energy price volatility will be there, and energy prices will kill many economies. Similarly, insurance premiums will also skyrocket. There will be other escalatory loops also. Direct mainland strikes remove historical buffers, making future conflicts far more volatile and unpredictable. No clear de escalation ladder can be seen. Ceasefire architectures are very fragile, and multiple actors, multiple triggers will be the norm. Thus, we can see that the call by the Indian Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji to adopt austerity measures and use less of petrol, gas was very timely, and has been made in terms of looking at geopolitical situation and the future. So we must all try to obey this announcement sincerely. Thanks for your time and watching. Please like and subscribe.